Hello guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Depends where you're watching from. Really, if this is your first time of watching our YouTube channel, please help us by simply hit on the red subscribed button. By so doing, you promote
Which
our YouTube
his sister
channel. You can equally hit on the bell symbol, so that when we make a new video, you'll be among the first people to get the notification. If you have been our already subscriber, please, I thank you. May God continue to bless you. Continue to like our video, share our video, and watch our video. So guys, I am bringing to you this first speech of Rochas Okorocha in the Night Assembly, that is in the Senate. So this happens today being July 9th, 2019, Tuesday. Rochas Okorocha, Senator representing Imo West, says a happiness ministry should be created to tackle suicide and rape cases. That's Rochas Okorocha's contribution today in the National Assembly. So you can recall, if you can recall, you understand that in his government in Imo State, he created a Ministry of Happiness and couples fulfillment, or whatever he called it, which
his sister is
Ogechi Ololo was the commissioner. So, and in the same manner, I think this is Ogechi, the sister, the commissioner for Ministry of happiness and couple fulfillment. So the same ministry he created in Imo State, that I don't know whether it functions, it has office, or it doesn't have office, it functions, it doesn't function, what the mission and responsibility is, I cannot say. But if you know, please help us to tell us, on the commentary box below. Tell us if you actually that office existed in practicality, or just ideal, whether it was just a portfolio or it was really an office in Imo State government. So, but that's not the issue. Let us see how it went today, in the Senate. So Rochas Okorocha, Senator representing Imo West, says a happiness ministry should be created to tackle suicide and rape cases. So Okorocha said this on Tuesday while contributing to the debate on a motion sponsored by Orji, Senator representing Abia Central. Theodore Orji, the former governor of Abia State, So he sponsored a bill. So, and while they were or sponsored a bill, yeah. So while they were talking on that, while they were talking on that motion sponsored by TRG, so Rochas Okorocha, he always liked to contribute. He always liked to say something. No, he's eloquent. That is truth. Now nobody disputes that. He's so eloquent, and I know in this Senate he's not gonna hide himself. He will be heard like Dino Milai, a different way. But the saga of his certificate is over for now, though still in tribunal. So, but I don't think anybody can take it away from him. This is Nigeria. So I don't think anybody can take it away from him. He has started. Even the APC that suspended him is the same APC he is functioning under their party platform, because you can't be a senator without party platform. That means he's still, I don't know, I don't think he's there under AA. He was elected under APC. So, and I never heard that he decamped to AA. That means he's still under APC. So, what am I trying to say? Let us see what his contribution on that motion sponsored by Orji was today, and what it is. So, Okorocha, an immediate past governor of Imo State, argued that a lot of people take their lives because they lack the ability to express themselves or to share their feelings with anyone. So that's his, contribution. He said that why a lot of people take their lives, maybe when they are raped, or because of hardship, or because they could not withstand the situation of the country, the hardship in the country, what they are passing through. That why they take their life is because they take it personal. They die in silence. They refuse to share their problems, or their feelings with anyone. That is why they take their lives. So that's exactly what Owele said, Okay. But is that all? Because I know the reason for some people taking their life is when they have, struggled and find themselves, depressed, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. They have no hope. They now look at the life they are living as being miserable and useless. They can now decide to do otherwise in order not to continue seeing themselves in a condition they are seeing themselves. I watched the other day on the social media a guy in Lagos that climbed the highest top of a either mast or electric pole or mast, network mast, and threw himself from that particular place and landed on the ground and died. I heard the father was like, we were with him this morning. He never shown any reaction that he was grieved or he was not. But this guy committed suicide. Who knows what, a lot of things this guy has been passing through. Though it's true, if he may have shared it with people may have preferred solution, but that is not the only case. So I think the country can equally contribute, to the stoppage of people committing suicide. Okay. Now let's see what Wole continues saying, because he dominated even the contribution on this particular motion, sponsored by Orji. So, okay, let's see what he said. Mr. Senate President, may I suggest that whether it is the issue of rape, suicide, let us create a department to address these issues, Owele said. Ministry of Health is not up to that. Police is not equipped for that. Ministry of Information is not equipped for that. We must have a department where people can go and express themselves. That ministry must be a ministry of departments or department of happiness. A ministry or department of happiness. So Owele is just really, selling the idea of Ministry of Happiness and Couple Fulfillment, or Ministry of Happiness and whatever he calls it. He will want to introduce it to the federal government as he, installed during his own government, whether it functioned or not, whether it was an office without portfolio or not. So he said that this can be or could be a solution to the stoppage of, the solution to this rape and suicide that is being the order of the day or the talk of the day in our country, Nigeria. So he went ahead saying that all our prayers appear to me as though we are embarking on academic exercise that might not reflect any physical reality. He said without what he suggested, that our prayers appears, to him as embarking on academic exercise that might not reflect any particular reality. That is to say, it seems to be useless. It doesn't make any sense if such ministry is not created. So I don't know why he wants that Ministry of Happiness, or Department of Happiness in federal government, because the Office of Happiness and federal government Department of Happiness has closed in Imo State. Maybe if he achieved them creating it in the federal government, and they may be looking for somebody that is experienced, so he can now, his way now, familiocracy. So he can now tell them that, yes, my sister did it well. Look at him laughing. Did it well in Imo State. I think I can recommend him so that he can be the federal, minister on that, ministry, or be the controller in that department. So I don't know his reason of talking about Ministry of, Happiness, or Department of Happiness. Why? They know the problem of, this suicide committing by the citizens, and all this rape and so on and so forth. So if this government is good, the economy is stabilized, they are sunken our money where it's supposed to be, the education is standard. When people graduate from school, they see job to do, when they learn one handwork or the other, they see money to start it off. How would somebody just commit suicide who does not love his life? So they know the reason, and they are beating about the bush. What has the Department of Happiness to do with this? What has the Minister of Happiness to do with people committing suicide? Yes, people can hear the word of God in the church, can provide solution that can help them. But first of all, the government should do their own work by stabilizing the economy of the state. Stop looting the money, putting it in their private parks, pushing it abroad, money laundering. They should stop all these things and build infrastructures in the states, build factories, build industries where people can be employed. If you are gainfully employed, why would you try to take your life? I think this is the simple solution to this problem than all these things they are talking about. Let's see what Owole said again. That's Rochas Okorocha. Okay, he said a step should be further taken to find out why these people are not happy to the extent that they will take their lives. You know why they are not happy, and I know you know why they are not happy. They are not happy because the government has failed. The government is selfish, and the government is not doing well. There is no job. Why would they be happy? Everybody is hungry. Why would people be, there is this say that a hungry man is an angry man. Who will be happy when he is hungry and the few people are rich, wealthy, and eat whatever they want? They use a 1 year salary of a person for their pot of food, soup, while others are dying in hunger. Why would they be happy? This is a simple truth, a naked truth. The truth every one of you knows and know how to solve this problem. It's not a matter of Department of Happiness and Ministry of Happiness. It has nothing to do with this. So if somebody needs counseling, you go to a counselor. So let the government do what they are supposed to do. That's my personal opinion. You can drop your own opinion and tell us what you think about this. Whether what Rochas Okorocha suggested, Ministry of Happiness or the Department of Happiness is a solution to suicide mission. The suicide people commit in Nigeria and the rape. Whether that's the cause. Okay, look at what again he said. Why moving the motion earlier? The former Abia government said suicide could be prevented when family, friends, and close relatives of the person contemplating suicide provide support. But that is exactly what we are saying. So, if the family, observe that and now have a mind to provide support, and they could not because they don't have, what happened? Because the government could not do what they are supposed to do, what happens? Yes, I don't mean that anybody should commit suicide no matter the situation and condition. It is not worth taking their life. But I mean what this government is, what the senators are saying here, it's not what they should be supposed to be telling us, because they know what the problem is and can fix it if they want to fix it. If they are being selfless, if they are servants to the electorate, to the citizenry, they can fix this problem. They can fix it. So many people commit suicide out of ignorance and situations that could be addressed, and the people in the position to help, encourage, or assist ignore to do so, thereby leaving them to commit suicide at will. That is, he continues saying, yes, who are the people that are supposed to help? Who are the people that are supposed to relieve them? Who are the people that are supposed to make them not to commit or they bring the solution? That is the government. And the family too, and the person himself. And the government has the major role to play. Okay, the Senate urged religious organizations in the country to preach love, peace, and how to relieve stress. Yeah, that is important. Yeah, and you can relieve stress, mental stress, when you cannot, bring solution to it. Even though you are being cancelled, at the end of the cancelling, you are nowhere. Still, there will still be a problem. So, finally, he said it is also urged. It also urged the federal government to ban. Urged the federal government to ban the production, importation, or circulation of snipers insecticide. Snipers insecticide. So the substance often used to commit suicide. So Owele now, I think, is urging the federal government, to stop the importation and the production or circulation of snipers insecticide. That is the substance they use in committing suicide. So they have a lot of other things to use for that. So tell me what you think about this. Meet you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.